So first up, we've got press ups. Yay, everyone's favourite. So you can decide whether to have your knees on or off the floor. Whichever position you decide is best for you, just ensure that you're tucking your tailbone under and really pulling the belly button in towards the spine, engaging through the core, that your shoulders are stacked over the top of your wrists. And if you have decided to put your knees on the floor, just make sure your weight is forward into the hands so we're not in a tabletop position. You're going to lower as far as you can whilst being able to push all the way back up and ensuring that you're keeping your body in a solid line throughout. Our second exercise is pike press ups. Now, I'm not going to lie to you, these are pretty hard, but they are so good for working your triceps and your shoulders. So just go as far as you can. So you're going to come into a downward dog position. Once you're here, you're going to bend the arms, ensuring that your elbows are pointing back, not out. And you're going to lower the upper body until your head nearly touches the floor in front of your hands. So you're trying to shift the weight forwards as you lower, instead of just going up and down. Once you're down, push all the way back up to a downward dog until your arms are straight. Our third exercise is plank knees to elbows. So you're going to come into a plank position up on the hands, ensuring that your shoulders are once again stacked over the wrists and tucking that tailbone under. You're going to bring one knee towards the outside of the same elbow. It doesn't have to touch, and then alternate from right to left, making sure that you're stable in your pelvis, so try not to rock from side to side. Our fourth exercise is downward dog toe taps. So coming into your downward dog position, you're going to use one hand to tap the opposite foot and then alternate from right to left. Depending on your hamstring flexibility, you may find that your weight shifts forwards and back a little as you move. Just make sure that you're pushing up and out of the shoulders in your downward dog. Our fifth exercise is plank shoulder taps. So coming into your plank with the knees on or off the floor, ensuring again that your shoulders are above your wrists and that your tailbone is tucked under. You're going to take one hand off the floor and tap the opposite shoulder, alternating from right to left. Try really hard to eliminate any movement in your hips and the pelvis. You're really aiming for some stability in the body here. Exercise number 6, straddle leg lifts. So you're going to sit in a straddle position on the floor. It's not about flexibility for this exercise, so if you need to bring the legs a little closer together, that's fine. We're going to start on one side and you're going to place your hands either side of the leg. Try to sit really tall here, high on top of the sits bones, and try not to round the back or lean backwards throughout this exercise. You're going to stretch out through the toes and we're going to lift that leg off the floor. Then we're going to repeat again on the left. Now you might have guessed it, we're going to do both legs at the same time. So this time you're going to take your hands in the center with your fingertips on the floor. Again, trying not to roll back onto the back of the pelvis. And you're going to lift both legs 10 times. These are super hard. So don't fret if your legs don't come very high off the floor, or even if they don't come off the floor at all. Keep with it. Exercise number 7. We are now going to do some pike pelvis lifts. The bonus for this one is that you get to lie down on the floor. So you're going to start lying on your back with the knees bent and the feet flat on the floor. Tuck your pelvis under, enabling your lower back to make contact with the floor underneath you. So we're trying to eliminate the curve in the lower back for this, therefore engaging our abdominals even more. Your hands can be along the side of the body, flat to the floor, closer to the body if you would like extra support, or further away from the body if you'd like to increase the difficulty. So you're going to bend your knees into the chest and then take a small lift of the pelvis as you lengthen the legs up to the ceiling, so the legs aren't going behind us, they're trying to go up. And on the way down, only lower the legs as far as what feels comfortable for you. Exercise number 8, straddle lifts. These are really similar to the previous exercise, but this time the feet are going overhead towards the wall behind you, and then we're going to straddle the legs apart. You can slow this exercise down and take the hands to the lower back for some extra support if needed. So the same as before, we're going to shift our weight backwards into the shoulders, piking the feet overhead, widening the gap between the legs to come into a straddle, and then reversing that on the way down.